welcome to the video. It's Monday the 2nd of December. 3 weeks left and 3 videos left, I guess. I'm not quite sure what I'll do next year with regards to videos, whether there'll be weekly sort of me moaning about machinery and weather, or there'll be more. I've done a lot of how-tos, who knows. Put in the comments what you would want. So anyway, I'm on a leaf clearance job, a tidy up. I hate these trees. They're pretty impressive, but this stuff is like Velcro trying to get it up. So you've got a pile of leaves there for the leaf pile. All this stuff can kind of be burnt, really. Got another big pile under that tree there. It's just something I do every year, and then the rest will sort of lose into the undergrowth. So this client I've had since 2017. Originally, out the front there was a lot of badger damage, so I was there to do that, but since then it's become a yearly leaf clearance job, hedging job. I've cut the grass when they've been on holiday, done lawn care, you know, feeding, weeding, etc, etc, edging the paths, you name it, I've sort of done it here. So it's a nice little job, you know. It's kind of tidied up to the point where this used to take me 2 solid days, but I've now managed to get it down to about 1. But yeah, so that's the job for today. Tomorrow, I did 3 quotes last week. The small little one, which was a very frosty when I quoted it, that one was declined. The bigger, leafier one, that's been approved, so I'm going to do that one tomorrow. There is scope for that to become regular fortnightly mowing as well. And then the big aeration one that I showed you, that is pending. So I should hopefully, I've told him that I can only do it next Tuesday this year. So if he wants it done this year, it's going to be it's going to have to be done on Tuesday, so he's going to have to think quick on that one. But yeah, so a bit of mowing tomorrow, a bit of mowing and leaf collection on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, who knows. Obviously I didn't go into them last week, so I imagine there'll be the remainder of the leaves to clear up, maybe a cut, who knows. So yeah, that's where we're at. So yeah, I'll carry on, because it's this time of year it's a race against the light. Although, having been so cold last week, we're now in December and I'm in a jumper. I mean, I am doing manual work, but yeah, it's not too bad, and it's not raining. So it's Tuesday today. Pretty good day, I think, as far as was it 3rd of December now. So traditionally, or in theory, this should be a fortnightly mowing week, so a fortnightly Tuesday. However, some of those lawns, they're new builds, so there's absolutely no leaf debris to collect, because a lot of the fortnightlies don't have lawn care, so the grass isn't particularly growing now. Particularly that sort of frost we've had has really sort of knocked the growth on the head. So what I've done, in line to keep everybody, because I want to give everyone a cut the final week before Christmas, getting things looking really good. Almost can't justify a cut this week, but there's a couple of lawns which I know, particularly sort of the leaf clearance side of it, will need a visit. So when I sent my invoices out at the end of last month, I let everybody know what their final cut of the year would be, but then to a select few gave them an option of another visit. And being today or tomorrow, depending. So this is normally the first one I do on a Tuesday, and I'll just spin you round. And as you can see, not that bad out the back. Quite a few sort of caught in the corners over there, but not too bad. But now if I show you the front, and the big issue we have with the front is that all the gardeners pile their leaves up on the island in the middle, but the prevailing wind is towards the direction of this house, so there's a lawn under there somewhere. So what I'm going to do is, I could just blow them all straight back onto the island, but as soon as the wind kicks up, they'll just come straight back. So what I will do is I'm going to fill the bin as much as I can with this stuff. Yeah, so that's the job for the moment. I've then got one more of my regular Tuesdays, which is going to be just a leaf clearance again, and then the quote that I did last week, the larger one of the 2 sort of cutting ones, leaf clearance ones, that's the one I'm going to be going to, but I'll show you that when I'm there. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with this, get the blowers out, start making a noise. Okay, so there we are. Took about an hour. It's put one bin and one rubble bag full off, and then the rest just sort of blew over there. Here we are, the back. So all sort of cleared up. Just kind of got all the leaves out into the middle, and then billy goat blower just through the hedge and out into the sort of wooded area. So all good. Right, on to the next. It's 10 o'clock now, so this took about an hour, which is perfect timing. Okay, so front lawn, we're not doing the verge, just doing the front lawns and obviously the back. So what I'm going to do is just start off by getting the leaves up, and in turn that will be knocking off the dew, just drying the lawn so there'll be a cleaner, drier cut. Just gone round the edges with the backpack as normal, pushed it all into the middle, and then with the billy goat just pushing it all to the back. Now I'm not getting every single leaf at this stage because we are going to mow and collect, etc, etc, but for the moment, yeah, halfway through, and coffee break. Okay, so we're just losing the light a little bit now. It's about, I don't know, 10 past, quarter past 4 now, so the sun's going down, so I've just got to tidy up a little bit, but we might lose the light. So essentially, it's had a good blow of the blower, 2 cuts, and I've been using the old Alco mower. The reason for the Alco is it's really undulating. It's really undulating, lots of little holes, and I just felt that the Time Master would ground out too much, and obviously leave massive bits as well. So I didn't think that was the right choice, and I wouldn't want to use something like a roller mower on this, because it's going to damage the wheels on tree roots and things. I'll just show you out the front quickly. So the Alco is the choice. Ideally, if I had one, I'd be using a Stihl. I'll show you out the front as well. I'd be using a Stihl 756. So there's the front as well, so all nice and tidy. Morning, so it's Wednesday. A little bit drizzly this morning, but it does seem to have stopped. So pretty overcast. Yesterday was a perfect day for leaf blowing. It was dry and there was no wind, so that was great. Got the job done, and the client emailed me within an hour saying that although it was dark when they got back, they were really pleased with what they could see, so that was great. And I just sent them the before and after photos as well in the invoice, so they just to remind them of actually how bad it was, because sometimes you can kind of forget. Well, I've got 2 leaf clearance jobs, final cuts maybe. They're scheduled for a final cut just before Christmas actually, but certainly the final kind of leaf aspect of it will probably be today. But I'll show you those when I'm there. Okay, so because of the van, we were off a week, if you remember. So we were actually here last week. We did a 3-hour leaf clearance job. So still a few leaves up there actually, but yeah, this will be the main of them. I think there's not that many. There's a few sort of coming around there off the street and stuff like that. What the back's like, but yeah, we shall do this and then maybe spray some of the moss on the driveway, and then that will tee it up nicely for just a little mow just before Christmas there. We're at this fortnightly again, although we were here last week on the Monday, so it's actually that oak tree there has still got quite a few leaves in. Not, I think you can see it, so a bit down, but we're going to mow today. Haven't mowed in months. This area in here is really lush and long. and I can't get the tractor mower in there, so I cut that with a Time Master. And you won't believe this, but the bloody belt's gone again. So I have no Time Master. I've ordered another one. The only option I've got is I've ordered one. I'm going to have to take the blade belt off of the other Time Master. That one's obviously not fixed because I've got to remove the engine on that one, which I just haven't got time to do. I've never known a season like it. The Time Masters have always generally been a pretty reliable mower. So I just don't know what it is, and I don't know whether it's the parts. The quality of the parts aren't what they used to be, because it seems to be cables and belts just going like there's no tomorrow. I am probably using the Time Masters a bit more than what I have done in the past, but I don't feel I use them massively. And also, it's kind of just me spreading the wear amongst two mowers, so it can't be that much, even if it was my only mower. So yeah, annoying. Anyway, I'm just walking down to the one I was at a minute ago, so I'll show you that when I go past. Actually, while I'm here, this is Friday's lawn. Lawn's looking alright actually. No real stripes, nice and green. Cut 2 weeks ago, but it's certain I didn't come in last week for obvious reasons. So yeah, I suspect it'll be pretty leafy on Friday. Okay, here we go. So here was the one I was on earlier. As you can see, nicely cleared up. Road's still nice. It's not part, yeah, weeping willow, I suppose, and a few maples, but yeah, generally down. Didn't cut. 2 weeks time. So last Wednesday before Christmas will be the cut date. Okay, so put a few stripes down. It's getting dark so quick. And yeah, there we are. Nice little tidy up. It's not a great lawn, but it is what it is. Okay, so it's 4:30. We've still got 2 more weeks of work left. So yeah, pretty dark. What I also have now found out is that both headlights have gone on the tractor, which wasn't particularly helpful taking it back. But there you go, never mind. I should only have to bring it up here once again, although I had a really delayed start this morning, sorting out my Time Master again. So yeah, so when I do these two in 2 weeks time, I will make sure security light to the face, I shall make sure that I'm starting promptly to get everything done. Right, I just need to lock this up for the client, and then I shall be gone. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Here we have a belt. And then I took this off. This was the old one. I just felt this just wasn't quite right. This is the blade brake cable. It seems okay, but I just felt it wasn't quite right. It was a bit, if you remember, that's well, it's a replacement, but that was on the old one, and it snapped on this one, so I took it off onto there. Then when the new one came, I put the new one on there. So what I've done is I've put the new one, or the newer one, back onto the newer mower. Took that off. The belt's gone on that one, so took the belt off, which is, again, it is a replacement, but these went in about 2000, I think it was. Well, no, sorry, the belts on this one went in about 2000, and the belts have been absolutely fine. In fact, everything I've got for that has been fine. There's been no issues with that, and that's why probably that bolt in there sheared off, because I haven't had to remove anything or fix it. The only reason why I had to rob the cable off it is because it had an a carbon build-up is something that gets quite regularly. Or has had twice, should I say, in 10 years. So yeah, cable went on this one. Was it cable? Yeah, cable went on this one, but the engine didn't work on that one at that precise moment. I've since had the engine fixed. But so what? The width of mower for my lawns is really important. I have some big old lawns which I can't get a ride on in. So I'm not interested in using a 21-inch mower. So I want the biggest mower I can get, which we can get through a garden gate. So that's a 30-inch mower. Toro Time Master. Ferris is it a 32-inch mower? Skag, I think, do one. And I've seen WeBang do one. Any thoughts on this? Obviously there is the Pro version of this, but what I love about this one is on the Pro versions the handlebars kind of stay where they are, so trying to get them in the van's a bloody nightmare. But what's great about this, of course, is you can stand the handlebars up like that, and you can stand the handlebars like that. That means I can get three mowers in my van. I couldn't get this in, I don't think, if it was the Pro version and the handlebars were sort of attached as they were. So that's why I do like the flexibility of these. And I've never had a problem in 10 years. I haven't had a problem like this. So, God, certainly a master of someone's time. Okay, Thursday. Bit drizzly this morning, but not too bad. It seems as though it was very wet overnight. Not that I was really aware of it, but I've just sort of basically done leaves where they've been in the pockets and things like that. It's the main front lawn. You can kind of see the stripes in from the other week. The grass, obviously, the long stuff at the back's all cut down. So yeah, what is it? 2 more visits, I think, after this. So we'll get it all cut down over the next 2 weeks. Okay, so second house, didn't bother showing you anything because I was really just sort of tidying stuff up in a couple of the barns. They're having obviously the extension done, and a lot of the time it's just walking around with the client because they're seeing, well, currently it's like a moat going around the new extension, but they will all need filling in and stuff, so they're just asking me quite how much soil will be needed, and they're going to order it and everything, and he owns a tool hire shop, so he's going to supply all the digger and everything else. So really all I need to do is just turn up and move the soil into the trenches, which will be probably first week of January. So that's, you know, in this sort of looking for winter work, if ever, you know, not really that I am, but that's basically the whole of the first week of January taken care of. I've certainly got a couple of aerations that I don't think I'm going to get done now, so so that will be in January as well. So already, you know, I'd say half of January is taken care of, so that's good. So I never worry too much because I just know this sort of work is going to come in from the regulars, and then actually I've probably got 3 days at that client's old house and then 3 days next door as well. So yeah, that really is January pretty much taken care of, and I would like a little bit of time off as well. So good news. Anyway, I'm at this property, my usual last one on a Friday, Thursday. So I striped the lawn last week and then I sprayed the moss. This is just a half rate, so not really black, really just darkening the lawn up a little bit. I haven't sprayed for the moss ever here because I started in the summer, obviously. Clear the leaves away. The back's quite leafy actually. So this is the back. So this is sort of the rough area, as I say, until all these trees come out and that tree comes out. We're not really doing anything with this. I've cut it once in 6 months. I'm just sort of keeping all the leaves here, and I'm sure in January I will collect them all up. This is the formal bit, which is very nice. These stripes were in from last Wednesday, so they're standing out pretty well. Obviously it's been sprayed with a little bit of iron just to sort of green it up, just try and control the moss a little bit without making it too kind of obvious. As you can see, there's a bit of moss in there. Just show you from this direction. So there we go, pretty happy for this time of year. Friday, second job of the day. First one very similar to this, just leaf clearance. 2 empty bins, so I filled the bins up and the rest just went down the bottom, although we are running out of room real quick. So yeah, most of the leaves down, just that oak there, just sort of hanging on a little bit, but everything else seems to be down, I think. One more to go. And I've left my coat at the first one, so I need to go back and get that. Okay, so we're just back at the first house. Should be leaf free. It wasn't this morning. And there's my coat hanging over there.